Okay. Hey, love. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Awesome. Well, I thought we'd come. I don't know who's going to be watching, but of course, we're really kind of tiny over here on this side of my channel. So I thought we would just go live and just to go over just one of these cases that I found that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy, but we can definitely, have a look and just yap and talk about it. So,
Did you put it on your wall?
um, like, no, I didn't actually. I didn't.
Okay.
I just did a live. So I just opened it up and created a live. So,
All right.
um, but yeah, I could probably do that actually.
Yeah, I
But
shared it.
anyways,
I
whatever.
shared it. I shared it on my page.
Okay, all right, awesome, thank you. And
You're
whenever
welcome.
if it's just you and me sitting around talking, then well, that's okay
Yeah.
too. Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, I came across this horrible mother, and the story is kind of crazy, and this is a video of her daughter like testifying or like her deposition, something along those lines. So I thought that we would have a look at that because wow, oh my goodness, it's horrible to see stuff like this. And this is kind of just what I want to do over here, just kind of hang out and look at some true crime stories. I do have like in my own um, little file cabinet, a couple of cases that have been sent to me by subs and stuff like that. And I've had a really hard
Okay.
time like getting into them, right? Because like we're always so busy with the drama and the trauma and the bullshit that goes on in the streets. So I want to actually get into those too. Um, they're cold cases, but still, worthy of a look. Absolutely. So yeah, I would definitely like to get into something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome. If anybody's here watching, please let us know. This is, of course, Wispy and Jilly, and this is going to be a true crime channel. I've had this channel for quite some time, just as a backup or whatever. I've never really done anything with it. I've never really pushed it too much or anything like that. So, but I think I'm going to start because that's what I came here for was true crime, and I've barely done true crime at all because you get sucked into this fucking drama shit, and then you
Yeah.
lose all. So yeah. Okay, so this is called "This Mother Is Pure Evil," and the parole board. This is what it is. Her daughter tells the parole board the truth. So yeah, anybody coming in, trigger warning, absolutely. I will make a banner that says something about trigger warning, and I should probably always have that scrolling in this, especially in this on this channel. So anyways, okay, so let's just start watching this. It's kind of crazy. So here we go. Thank you for hanging out with me, bestie.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Account is very detailed and comes across as entirely credible. And as my colleague pointed out, substantiated by other people who were outcry witnesses and participated in the perpetration of the victimization of your own daughter. And it would seem to me that you would have some capability as a mother of apologizing for failing to protect your own child.
And we are about to watch the parole hearing of this sorry excuse of a mother, and it is only going to shake you to your core. At least it did that for me. We see evil, we see all levels of evil, but there is something there is something that I think that we hold sacred in society. It might be the most fundamental thing between a mother and her child. It's a relationship built on instinct to drive, to protect, to nurture, to shelter from harm. And when you find out that this mother does the exact opposite, and then nearly 10 years into her 10-year sentence shows up and says, no, 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 I'm the victim. My daughter is lying. I shouldn't be here. We are going to watch something that will just enrage. But what is more enraging?
Mm.
Some mothers are evil. Some mothers should never have the ability to, or at least the right to claim to be one, right? But where is the justice? We know that evil exists. So how come there's a 10-year sentence and that is it? Where is the ADA for a case like this? We will see the survivor stand up and lay down the facts. And I'll unpack it with the details, the horrific details. You know, she was just 8 years old when it started.
Wow.
It went on for 4 years.
Goodness, 8 years old. Oh,
It took years to bring this roach to justice, and now here she is, the audacity to call her daughter a liar. The audacity to say that she is innocent. And to think that regardless, she will be walking the streets. And you call this justice? Now, this is something that a lot of society likes to put their head in the sand and pretend and to think that it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. So is it a mother betraying society's most basic trust? Or perhaps it's our justice system that is trying to betray all of us?
Lisa Ortega, 402-931.
Thank you. This hearing is being conducted in consideration of a parole application for Lisa Ortega, inmate number 402-931. She is serving a sentence of 10 years and 10-year special parole for sexual assault first and illegal sexual contact. As the state records reflect, a parole eligibility date of December 9, 2024. There is no victim input. I apologize. There is victim input in this case. There is a offender accountability plan for the offender. It's been reviewed and shows she's completed the VOICES program and the short-term sex offender program. Utilizing the Women's Risk Needs Assessment form, the offender's overall score of recidivating falls within the low range. Ms. Ortega, this is your opportunity to make an opening statement to the court explaining why you believe you should be granted parole.
oh, this should be interesting. What I got to say, Mama? What do you got to say? It's crazy how sometimes people think like that they're innocent when they've done such horrific things. It's hard to understand, you know. I guess if you're not that type of person, it's definitely hard to understand how somebody can think they've done nothing wrong when they really have done a lot wrong, you know. So I don't know, it's weird.
Kind of like a creator, or so-called creator we know.
Right? Yes, exactly. It's true.
Well, first I would like
Hello
to
to
thank
the
my
one
family and
person that
friends
is watching
whom
us. We
I have-
appreciate
who have
it.
supported
Right.
me
Actually,
over
I
the
show
years.
9. I show 9 here.
Oh,
Nah,
nice.
people. Yeah. So if you're here, come on in, say hello. Let us know that you're watching. Of course, this is Wispy and Chili, and this is just our true crime side of our channel. So welcome in, everyone. Come on and hang out with us for a little while. We're gonna just be talking true crime over here, and yeah, I appreciate you being here. Hello, Noka. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in.
You
All
want to
right,
wrench
here we
me
go.
up?
Yeah. Here we go, you guys.
over the years, and I have taken the time to also stand by me throughout these proceedings. There's nothing more that I would like than to be set free and put this past nightmare behind me, and to start my life, living my life over. At this time, I'm sure you would like to hear how remorseful I am for the crime I've been convicted of. I'm unable to do that.
Oh,
Because I did not commit the crime
of
that
course.
I'm convicted of.
Hmm.
Remember the day that I was brought to York?
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there, Ms. Ortega. The
Okay,
question that was posed to you is, why do you believe you deserve parole? We've read all
Okay.
the documents about your case. If you could focus on why you deserve it, not why you want it.
okay, then I'm gonna stop right here and I'm just gonna go right to your questions
Okay,
because I would rather do that.
and that would be fine. And hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about
Nothing
what
was
you've done to prepare yourself to be successful when you're back out in the community. We'll begin
Okay.
this morning with my colleague, Mr. Sisowskis.
Good
Okay.
morning, ma'am. Good morning. So I read through all of the documents provided to us for this case, and I understand that although you pled guilty and completed the sex offender treatment while you've been incarcerated, that you continue to maintain that you didn't commit these crimes. And I heard you repeat that again in your opening statement. Is that still the case? Is that still your stance on this, that you did not commit these crimes?
Yes.
Okay. And in some of the documents and paperwork I read, you seem to blame the victim, and go on to say that they've done all these other things to you since you've been incarcerated and all of that. And you still feel that way?
I don't blame the victim at all. I don't blame her. I blame myself for bringing somebody into my home that I shouldn't have. I blame myself for allowing myself to not conduct a background of, looking into, what type of person that he was, and allowing myself.
Okay, like who does that really? I mean, nowadays you might Google somebody's name, but like who? I don't know who really does a dig in the background of somebody when they meet them or when they're dating, or you know what I mean. I think it rarely happens. I think it really.
it happens a lot more than you think nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, if I were, say, hypothetically, just meeting somebody, I would definitely look into, because anybody can tell you who they are,
Yeah.
but just because they say it doesn't make it true. Somebody can tell you they're a good person and they
Yeah.
come from this great upbringing and they have all these great values, but in reality, they're freaking
Right.
narcissists, psychopaths that really have no business being in any relationship,
Yeah.
So I can see why people look up, because I would, as if being a single parent, I sure as hell would, sure would.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense for sure. That definitely makes sense. See, I'm coming from like my mindset is like a little bit different, just because I'm coming from like more of a like a small town attitude. You know what I mean? Like I've lived up here
Yeah.
so long. Although up here, it definitely is growing up here. Like our population is like through the roof compared to what it used to be, right? So I don't know. I guess we grew up here, so like our, well, I don't deal with my parents really anymore, but like our parents knew their parents who know those parents, and you know what I mean. We all kind
Right.
of knew each other, right? You know what I mean. I guess I'm going back to like I guess when I grew up and stuff like that, but yeah, yeah,
I think
but
nowadays, it's imperative that people, because there's too many, who am I married to, who, didn't know who I was dating. I mean,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just so many, there's some crazy people out there.
Yeah, that's very, very true. That's very true. Hey, Swoop, welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. How are you? Good to see you. All right, here we go. I'm going to try and speed it up.
Did not know what kind of person he was and allowing him to hurt my child. I don't allow him, I don't allow, just anyone to around my child, and I did in this circumstance.
Okay. So, I mean, in your opening statement, you said that you couldn't offer an apology. or take responsibility. But I mean, I'm hearing some of that now. So I mean, you're recognizing a little bit of what your role could have been in this, to in your mind. You know what I mean? People, you want to take a minute? Are you okay?
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, you don't need to apologize to me.
This is my child.
Yeah, you can. There's other people you can apologize to. You don't need to apologize to me. I mean, that's what I would like to hear is, some sense of compassion and empathy, understanding about what you believe your role was in this. These are a terrible set of facts and circumstances that I had to read through, and you're saying that you can't make an apology, and it's difficult for me to listen to you say that, and you have no feeling of remorse or any of that with this. I mean, is there anything else you want to say in regards to?
That doesn't look good when you go to the purple.
Your remorse or apology, anything at all to that effect that you would like to say?
Like I said, I shouldn't have brought someone into my home that would hurt my child. And that's where I show my remorse. I should have known better.
You understand, you've read the facts of this case. Have you seen the police reports?
Yes.
That's been a long time. Okay. So
Yes.
the allegations are much more than that. You know that, right? You
Yes.
understand that? Okay. I just want to make sure you know. I understand you're acknowledging this section of that, but there are a lot more allegations that don't involve that person, that involve other people, that involve you.
I know, and I also know my daughter recanted her story four times.
Yeah.
Wow. She sounds a little too much attitude for being sitting in the front of the parole board, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was just thinking I would be changing her tune a little bit if she's wanting freedom.
Right. Yes, exactly. And she said that her daughter recanted her statement 4 times. Well, I mean, I don't know. We're watching this together, so I'm finding out everything at just same time that everybody else is here. But the first thing that comes to my mind is, well, yeah, you're her mom. Sometimes it can be really hard for a child to speak up or to say anything because they don't want to hurt their mom, their parent, whoever it might be. So, I mean, that definitely happens. I know people recounting their statements. Sometimes it can be from fright or, as something like that, right? So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to hear the daughter because she's definitely going to be coming up. So, hi Celia, how are you, girl? Good to see you.
Why am I naked again?
I don't know, because you popped out and then popped back in. We'll get this. I'm trying to set up 2 studios. I'm waiting for a payday so I can upgrade on this one, I think, because it doesn't have very much studio space,
Right.
for your lives. In StreamYards or whatever, you can record tons of lives and it's just there, right? But in this one, there's not as much space, so I always have to keep deleting the lives, which is fine because they're on my channel. But
right,
yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. So, okay, let's keep listening. Here we go.
I see you completed the Voices program, and it looks like you may have taken that in cell. Was that during COVID, or what was going on? You took the voice.
I didn't take Voices. I don't believe I took Voice. I don't know. I took a whole bunch of different programs, and I don't know which ones I took.
So I was going to ask you some questions about that because Voices has to do with victims and the impact that you have on victims.
What courses don't you think you would need to know all that stuff when you're going in front of the parole board?
Yeah.
This seems like this is a lot about her, and I get it. She's going for parole. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't want. You think that you would have all that stuff ready to go? I mean, oh my gosh. Anyways, parole, girl. It's parole. You could get out. Do your due diligence and bring what you need. I don't know. That sounds crazy to me. She doesn't remember which. I don't know how long she's been in there, but obviously a long time if she doesn't remember. So, anyways, sorry. I shouldn't be laughing, but
on victims and how giving you better insight onto how a victim may perceive what happened differently than from you, because they're on the receiving end of this, and how it affects their life, people around them, other people in the community, neighbors. When things happen, it's like a ripple effect. But you don't recall this.
No, I don't. It's been so long. I've been here a long time.
It was a long time ago. I did see you take that. So, something else that I read throughout these documents is that during the interview with the parole officer, you denied ever using illegal drugs. You said, "I've never used illegal drugs." However, in all of these reports, there's like mentions of it all over the place, about your illegal drug use during the time that this offense occurred. Do you recall ever using illegal drugs? Did you have a drug problem when you were younger?
No, I've never had a drug problem.
Okay, so. I want to just be clear. So, did you use illegal drugs occasionally?
No.
Never
The
used
only
illegal
drugs
drugs.
the only drugs I've ever used are prescription drugs.
So you've never used marijuana. You've never used.
Yeah, you absolutely can. I will read the description. Oh, of course, the description's not there. Hang on. Let me Google it, because I just brought this up and I was just like watching it along with you guys. But let me find some information for you guys. Hang on.
Yeah, this is kind of like a impromptu live, just to kind of get our feet wet over here on this side.
Yes, absolutely. We're not going to be here for very long at all. This is only a 42-minute video, and yeah, we'll get through it. Hey, try me, bitch. How are you? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Hey, Night Angel, how are you? Thank you, everybody, for coming in and hanging out with me and Jilly over on the true crime side of things.
Are we going on the other channel tonight?
Do you want to?
If you want to, I think there's a lot to discuss.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can do something after. Absolutely. Why not? I don't have to get up tomorrow morning, so hey,
Either do I. Isn't that great?
There we go. Excellent. So, hello, Zena and Samantha. How are you guys?
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much. Oh, Michael. Hello, sir.
It certainly got warm in here.
Jilly, stop, girl.
What? Stop. I'm saying.
I'm elbowing you right now. I'm like, Jilly.
Oh.
Jilly. Okay. Anyways, yes. Oh, you can't see anyone over because you need permission.
Oh, look, Clue's trying to send people over.
How do I do that? I don't know how I do that. I don't know how to grant permission. I will check it out for next time though, but thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, look at this. We're just, oh my God, all the planes, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This is amazing, you guys. Thank you.
Turn on your redirect to accept the Clue crew. Okay, give me just a second here. Hang on. Give me just a second here. And
we're trying to just do this real quick impromptu true crime, and then we are going to go back to our other channel.
Okay, here we go. I just got to get into... Oh, no, that didn't work. All right, here we go. Oh, return to studio.
I'm not going to announce that we're going to go live in the middle of Clue being live. Can't talk. In the middle of Clue being live. I don't want my ass kicked, for one, and I think for two, it's rude. Right,
yes, definitely. We wouldn't do that. But I appreciate you guys, everybody coming over. I appreciate it. I am trying to find where the redirect is. I saw it one time before. But permissions. Oh, maybe that's it. Manage permission.
You need to go into community moderation, Wispy.
Oh, okay.
That's what Trisha said.
Okay. Community moderation. Okay. live redirects. All channels can redirect to my content. There we go. I'm
Yay!
pretty sure. So save, settings saved. So I think it should work now. But wow, amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out with me and Jilly. It is so appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm letting Clue
So
know that I'm letting Clue know that we fixed it.
okay, awesome. Thank you. Wasn't this already set up on the other channel? Well, I thought it was, but maybe because they're two different channels, you have to do it for both. Could be. But I said it now. I saw where it was and I said it. So
We're just having a little impromptu true crime to get our feet wet over here, kind of start building our true crime side. As soon as we're done here, we're going to direct you guys back over to the drama side.
that's
And
right.
we're
We'll
going to,
talk a little bit.
and we will talk some shiz.
That's right. Kathy, thank you so much for stopping by. She's falling asleep, so we got to try to keep it quiet, people. Okay, keep it quiet. Oh my gosh, how the hell is it going on? What the hell is going on? I'm sorry, Teresa. Well, we're just hanging out over here. So we are, yes. All channels. We need more blue in here. Yes, nobody is probably a mod at all.
No, we have no mods.
Right.
So act accordingly.
Yeah, that's right.
No getting naked. No illegal substances. No getting fresh.
I'm getting naked. Okay, noon managing monitor. Okay, so it's telling me to add mods. Okay, so give me just a second. Let me go and run through here. I know that there are some of my regulars that are in here that are mods, so I will just quickly mod a few of you up. We're staying, Teresa, for right now. We are going to go over to the other channel after we're done here. So thank you, everybody, for coming in and hanging out with us. This is my second channel, and this is going to be true crime. I am going to get into pushing this channel out a little bit and doing some lives over here and just talking some true crime. Somewhere just to go and hang out, just talk true crime with as little of the BS as we can get, you know. So we will do that. I will add mods along the way. Oh, there you are, Julie. I was going to say, Julie, can you make a comment? But I got you. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. I'm so excited.
Yay.
Okay. So what we are watching is a parole hearing of a mom that was convicted of abuse against her daughter. And we're watching it and hanging out.
She's up against the parole, and you know what happens when we go up. I've been against the parole board before. What the hell? I have a lot of things
out.
Yeah. Boy. We all know that when you go, not that we all know, like, God damn. When people go in front of the parole board or probation board or whatever, parole board, you know, you kind of, they want you to own what you've done, you know, and this lady, I don't think got the memo.
Right, exactly. She totally missed it. I don't know if this is her first. I don't think it is, because didn't they say that they were reading papers from the last time or something? And she wasn't really remorseful then. So, but anyways, yes, absolutely, Autumn, accountability.
First of all, I'm too cute to be in jail or prison. Okay, way too cute. Okay. So like, let's just stop right there. No rumors need to be started. Okay.
All the ladies will be at your cell. Everybody be hanging around Jilly's cell because she's darn cute. Darn cute. Will be
So
hard for you.
instead of it being all the single ladies, it would be all the celly ladies.
Yes, that's right. Exactly right. Yes. Oh my God. Well, you might as well, have your pick instead of them have their pick. Anyways, crazy. Hey, Jen, now, how are you? Well, hello, Mr. Steven. How are you? It's good to see you. Vanished and Corrupt in the house. Good to see you. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for finding us over here. If you haven't subbed up, please do. I'm pushing this channel out to grow so that we can get back to true crime. I'm not giving up on the drama, but I definitely want to bring some more true crime into this community. And what better way to do it than just do it? So yeah, absolutely. And this is what we're going to be doing. So, okay. So like I said, we're watching a parole hearing of a mom that was convicted of abuse against her daughter. She says that she didn't do it. She's innocent. It was somebody that she brought into her house that was doing this. And we are going to hear, so trigger warning for everybody. We're going to hear a testimony from her daughter about all of this. So please, trigger warning, anybody. I will put the trigger warning back up. I do have a trigger warning, so I will leave that up while we're watching this, just so everybody is aware. So welcome in, everybody. I'm so excited to see so many people here on the very first live. Thank you so much. Amazing. Me and Jilly are excited to see every single one of you. So thank you so much, you guys. It's very much appreciated. So, all right. So let's have a listen. Here we go, you guys.
No, the only time I've ever used marijuana was when I broke my leg.
Okay, so that would have been long after these crimes took place, right?
Yeah.
That your accident was later.
During my proceedings.
Exactly, that's what it sounded like, because it was talk of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't know why people would say that you were using marijuana and cocaine.
Because I was hanging around with people that were doing it.
But you weren't using it, and they were telling the police and other people that you were using it. Why would people say that, regardless of these other allegations that you deny? Why would people say that you were using drugs when you weren't?
I have no idea, but I was not using. I've taken drug tests over the years, and nothing's ever popped up.
Yeah, so we're talking about these crimes were reported much later, right? A long time after they had occurred, and so they're talking about at the time that these crimes were being committed, that there was drug use involved. But you're denying that you ever used drugs.
Yeah, no, I've never.
There's just so many things that are different from what you're saying, and besides you're taking some accountability for letting a person that was a danger to the victim into your home. All these other things you don't take responsibility for.
That's kind of strange. So just really quickly, this is from 2014. So this is not a new case. This is a old case. It's not cold case, but it is an older case. And it is an East Hartford woman has been arrested on SA charges, as well as others that involve a child being involved in obscene performances. So trigger warning on that. And she denies any involvement in any of these crimes. So that's probably not going to go over too well for her. I'm just saying, but so anyways, here we go. That's true. That's very true.
All right, let me see what else I have here. So I wanted to talk about your current husband. Do you talk to him on the phone?
Every day.
You do? Okay. So I read your release plan is to live with your husband. Is that still the plan? Because then there was some talk about a halfway house. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah,
What?
I want to go home.
Did the parole ops team, did they talk to your husband? Have they cleared the way for you to go there?
I gave him the phone number for my husband, but I haven't heard anything about it.
I looked at it. It appears that he has a criminal history, right? That's
Yeah, that was back from 2009.
substantial, though. I mean, there's some very, from what I saw, it looks like very serious, very, very serious crimes. So, if you can't go there, where is it you're going to go?
I have no place to go.
So you'll have to go to a halfway house. What's your mobility situation now? How well are you getting around?
I use a walker.
Okay. I saw some mention of a wheelchair. That's no more.
No, I just use a walker.
Okay. What else? What else is in your plan for release? What is it? What's your plan for the rest of your life when you get out?
Somebody asked if this was in Connecticut, and Summer Girl, there you are. East River, Connecticut. Oops. Oh my God, why can't I say that?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. There we go. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
It's not Canada, no matter how hard you keep trying to say Canada. It's Connecticut.
Oh my gosh, yes. But yes, Summer Girl, it is. And like I said, it's from 2014. So it is an older trial. I don't know what the status of this is today. I'm not too sure. This video was put out on November 18th, 2024. So I do believe she's probably still in jail, this woman. Definitely. So, yeah. All right, here we go.
What do you mean? What I plan on doing?
Yeah. Are you going to work? I saw something about applying for Social Security.
Yeah, I'm going to have to apply for disability. I got hurt when I was in here several times.
I did see some training documents that you learned some skills that maybe could you work from home, do you think?
I don't think I'm going to end up working from home because I hurt my back while I was here. I also broke my ankle completely, which isn't healed. So I have to have that looked at. So once those are taken care of, and if I'm able to work, then I'll be working from home.
What kind of work do you think you could do? I read you there was some mention there about Braille, is that right?
Yeah, no, I won't be doing Braille. I'll be doing medical coding.
Did you learn that while you're incarcerated?
No, I was doing it before I was incarcerated.
Okay.
I learned Braille while I was incarcerated.
I saw that. There were several documents in there, and that seems like it would be a difficult thing to learn for me anyway, Can you talk about how you think you've changed since you've been incarcerated? Is anything, do you see any self-improvement since you've been in there through the programs?
More humble than I was before I came in. Things are a lot different. I miss my family. I miss my daughter immensely. But I can't see her anymore.
So
Wait, what?
you understand that you have a protective order and all of that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she still wants to see her daughter. Kind of nasty, but from the camera angle, I thought she did. Oh, I grabbed I saw what you said. Yeah. I doubted that it was a regular job. I don't think she got the parole board memo. No, I don't think so either. She said that she had her broken ankle there and has to get it looked at. I thought, ma'am, if you broken it, you'd have it looked at. Yes, she would. Prisoners actually, a lot, I think, actually have pretty good health care. If something is up, they can go to the doctor. I do believe, some of them might have to make an appointment or whatever, or ask, put in a request or whatever, however the process is. But I think most of the time they're usually allowed to go. So, yeah. The other tells me she has no accountability and she's truly what a sick person. I know, right? I agree. And it's free. Yes, Kim. Absolutely. It is. 3 hots and a cot and a doctor, anytime you need it. So, you work with inmates. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. My goodness, we should have you up one of these days, and just ask questions or find out how what you do or whatever if you want to. So yeah, crazy. All right, here we go. We will go back just a little bit because she said something about missing her daughter. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand. You're a parent. Even if you're a shitty parent, sometimes you can, obviously still love your kids, right? But yeah, this seems a little bit weird. So, where the present I was at was my boy's father got his teeth done in prison. Yes, absolutely. Yes, they will do teeth, especially like decaying teeth can be actually really dangerous, and it can kill you sometimes. You get an infection in your teeth and stuff, in your jaw, and you can actually die from stuff like that.
Yeah, a tooth infection, you can abscess. It could actually go right to your heart. It can actually kill you. Bad teeth can kill you.
Yeah.
And
So
and it's actually one of the things that I wish that would change in our country is that we were or had better access, or people had better access to dental care, because it is so
yes,
important for to maintain health,
yes,
and
especially dental care.
it's it is they make it almost impossible for the average person to get any type of dental work done, because for one, dental insurance is insane,
Yep.
and dental work itself is insane, so yeah, it's a catch 22. We need better dental coverage in our country.
Yeah, crazy. Vanished and corrupt. Steven says, I was found unresponsive March 10th by my wife over my teeth. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Jesus.
It's very
Yeah.
scary. It's very scary. I'm glad that you're still with us for sure. My goodness. I had
Mm-mm.
a abalastoma. Is that what that abalastoma? My goodness. Yeah, it can be very scary. So I'm glad that your wife found you in time to get you help for sure. My goodness. Oh, crazy. All right. Here we go. I went back about 15 seconds, I think. So here we go. Listen to her. She talks about missing her daughter. So.
Things are a lot different. I miss my family. I miss my daughter immensely, but I can't see her anymore.
So you understand that you have a protective order and all of that, right?
Yes.
And so you're not going to be able to reach out to any of them unless you got that straightened out through the court, or whatever. And
No,
go ahead.
my granddaughter went to court and released the protective order, and I've been talking and visiting with her.
So that was one portion of the order, right? So there was
Yeah.
multiple people in it. Okay. So that's what has to be done if you want to. So have you been sending messages to the victim through her or no?
No, not at all.
Oh,
So you haven't had any contact with the victim this entire time you've been incarcerated,
No,
even through other people.
no,
Okay.
no, and I won't. I won't do it.
Oh my gosh.
Look at
You completed.
That kind of got me a little scared too, because there's documents that she's stolen my identity before.
I read your claims about that in paperwork, and there are avenues that you can pursue, separate from all this, to address those things if you like. But that's not anything that is anything that we would be involved with or address, or it's we're here to decide your suitability for release into the community. You're eligible, and so we have to look at all the facts and then make a decision on your suitability. And what other people are doing is just not, part of that decision-making process.
Yeah. But she's really trying to throw her sister or her daughter under the bus. Oh my gosh, crazy! Oh my goodness. Who did her granddaughter? Who did what? Sorry, sweetheart. Who did what?
Her daughter was hurt. Her daughter was abused.
Yeah, her daughter was abused. Yes, her case surrounds her daughter. So yeah, I'm quite surprised. Kimberly says she ain't get out, and sounds like she does need to. Right, exactly, absolutely. I totally agree with that. So, Mandy does some amazing videos. Yes, absolutely. I know that there's not very many mods in here. Oh, there's Cena. I'm gonna snag her. Snag her as a mod. If one of my mods can definitely go over and grab their channel link, you can share it in the chat for sure. For sure. Thank you so much. Yes, Karma, I'm still here. You should be blue. You should be blue, darling. All right. Okay. So there is a couple more mods there for you guys. So thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's keep on going.
But you took the 12-week sex offender treatment program, right? You did complete it.
Yes.
And it sounded like it was difficult for you from what I read in the documents.
Yeah.
Is there anything that... Go ahead. You want to say? I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead. Do you have something to say?
It was just very difficult.
Okay. Is there anything at all that you can say that you took away from that you think could help you, just living as a positive person in the future?
It was just a very difficult course because I'm a victim myself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God.
Those addressing these things and being honest and forthright.
The more this lady talks, the more I dislike her. I'll just say that. Oh my gosh. Poor her, right? Holy moly. Crazy. Hello, everyone coming in. Welcome. Thank you, Autumn. I appreciate that, sweetheart. Thank you. All right, here we go.
In my experience with dealing with other offenders, it is very difficult. And also with victims, right? So these are sensitive nature situations that are difficult to address and talk about openly, but that's where we're at, So,
right,
you have some special parole to follow, and so you're gonna have to take the long-term sex offender treatment program at some point out in the community. Have you thought about that?
No, I didn't know I had to take it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's normally what happens. Okay. And it's likely that you'll have to do that based on all the documents that I read and then my experience with past cases like this. So it's going to be even more of what you experienced incarcerated. You know what I mean? And then you'll be required to complete it.
Okay.
You'll be able to do that, you think?
I don't know, but I'm not,
I don't know.
I don't think I'm going to be given a choice.
What? Oh my gosh. Why wouldn't she be saying, yes, I will do that. Of course. I'd be willing to do whatever it takes, honestly. I guess I don't have a choice. She says, what? I'd be like,
wow.
No, bitch, you don't have a fucking choice. Okay. Wipe the tears. Wow. Oh my gosh. Crazy. So true. She did not get the memo. Absolutely not. She missed last month's memo too because, oh my gosh. So yeah. Crazy, crazy. All right, here we go.
So yeah, I went through most of the things. My colleagues are going to have some questions for you. So let me ask you this, going back to the original crime. You know that they spoke to the co-defendant in this case, this person that you said you wish you had not brought into the house. And, between the time that all this happened and the time that they interviewed him, or that person, did you talk to that person? Did anyone talk to that person? You had no contact with that person in years?
No, not at all.
Yet their story was very similar to what the complaint was. Do you know that? Did you read through that?
No, I didn't read through that. I didn't read through the whole thing.
Yeah, their version of events is very close to what the victim stated. In addition, the victim had provided some information about a person that she told this story to when they were a child, and they contacted that person who had also not spoken to them. And they also said, yeah, I remember them saying this. So there's some people that corroborating some of the facts, of the majority of the facts of this case, that no one appears to have had contact with in between the time the crimes were committed until the report was made. So it's hard for us after reading all that and then hearing you say that none of this is true and your only part in this was not doing a better job
At picking a boyfriend.
Investigating or knowing the person that you brought into the house. There's a lot more that appears to be involved after reading all these documents. It leads me to that conclusion. I can't seem to go anywhere else with it. Have you spoken to the co-defendant, the other person that was arrested for these crimes?
No.
Well, during the legal trial, any of that stuff, you have never spoken to that person again since they moved out of your house long ago?
No. Not at all.
Okay. I appreciate you answering my questions. I wish you good luck. I'm going to turn this over to my colleagues. Chair.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Pants, any questions?
Yeah.
He's like,
So,
bitch.
next we're kind of, normally when someone comes before it's asking for.
Right, exactly. He's already, I'm good. I leave it to you guys there because I'm good. Right? I'm out. Oh my gosh. It's being released in the first I'd learned about them enacting lesser term for offenders. Right, yes. I remember hearing that. I do remember hearing that. You made chocolate chip cookies for everyone? What? Oh my God, yummy. I love me some chocolate chip cookies. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. All right, here we go.
Parole. It's because they're expressing some form of remorse, saying that they have taken programs to address the issue that has to do with their crimes. And then, you say what you've learned, how it has helped you. So, two things. You said you never used illegal drugs because I read that you didn't like the taste of alcohol.
Sometimes that could happen, I bet. It felt like their mind was made up before this. I mean, yeah. I mean, they read a lot, they read up on what they've been doing, what they've been, you know what I mean? Any statements they've made, any trouble they've been in, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Truth Hurts. Truth Hurts has the cookie shooter. So, everyone watch for your cookie flying to your face. So, oh my gosh. I'm so glad that a lot of you found us over here. Exciting. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. So, yeah. All right, here we go.
Alcohol, and they found out you were allergic to marijuana. So that's what I read. But at the time of the court proceedings, you took a plea deal because you said you were scared and you had a bad lawyer. But you had a bad lawyer. And you alluded to it again when my colleague asked you questions. So the judge in the case went over the facts of the lawyer with you, and you took back some of the original statements about your lawyer being bad. Meaning he wasn't a good lawyer. You took all of that back.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Clue and Cletus, so much for sending everybody over here. I appreciate it more than you know. So I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. If you are here and you haven't subbed up yet, hit that button. Hit that button. All right, here we go.
But
Really sharp.
I want to bring to your attention that
I'm glad you're here as well.
you're here denying the offense, but in reading the documents that we have, it said this behavior took place over a 2-year period. Okay, and the co-defendant, as my colleague said to you, his information was similar to the events that was recorded by the victim. So it's concerning to me that you're sitting there, you don't remember some of the programs that you took, you said, and the short-term sex offender program that you participated in. You said that you don't remember much because it opened up old wounds for you. So I really don't know what Voices or the short-term sex offender program did for you today. So I would have difficulty, supporting you going out in the community because I haven't heard any changes from you. I haven't heard you express any remorse for the victim. And
yes, that's so very true. Parole boards do not like it when you go in there and you claim that you're the victim, especially when you have charges against this mom, as horrible and disgusting as she has. She's the victim. I don't know. And remember at the beginning, they said that this abuse started at 8 years old, and went for 4 years. Crazy. Oh my God. That 1,000-yard stare tells me she's innocent. She's got a look, hey? She definitely has a look. So she's displayed zero remorse. Exactly. There's the cat climbing up my leg. Oh, this little thing. I swear to God, this kitty. Oh my God. Listen here,
Get a
man.
kitty. Get a kitty, they said. It will be fun, they said.
Yes. Well, it has been fun, but not that part. Not that part. So, thank you, Zena. Thank you, Zena, for the smudges and prayers. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. So, all right. Here we go.
And you just keep going back to talking about that you didn't do it. And your problem is that you brought someone in the house that you didn't do checking on.
Let me know if it's too fast for you guys also.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Ms. Ortega? I understand. Okay. All right. Well, I don't have any questions for that.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. I just want to point out that your eligibility date next month and your end of sentence date, we're talking about a 5 month, a little less than 5 months difference. And you do have 10 years of special parole to follow. Though you seem to think you don't have any responsibility in this case, the victim's account is very detailed and comes across as entirely credible. And as my colleague pointed out, substantiated by other people who were outcry witnesses and participated in the perpetration of the victimization of your own daughter. And it would seem to me that you would have some capability as a mother of apologizing for failing to protect your own child. But at this point, we're going to move into the OVS, Office of Victim Services, part of the hearing. And I'm going to caution you, Ms. Ortega, you are not to speak. So, Ms. Vasquez?
Good morning, Madam Chair and board members. We do have a victim who's logged on to Teams
She is
and wishes to address the board.
Round.
This is your opportunity to express to the board your wishes and concerns. Please unmute your microphone, and if you wish to have your camera on, you could also enable that, and you may begin.
Thank you. You guys pretty much said kind of like the things. I was more looking to see, I guess, if she would take accountability.
Okay, so I do believe that this is her daughter that is speaking. This is her one, of course, that was abused, disgustingly abused. I was just reading A New Britain couple is accused of sexual. I'm looking for how long she was sentenced for. All the ones that I'm coming up for are news articles from when this happened. A New Britain couple is accused of SAing a young girl more than 200 times over a 2-year span, and forcing her, to watch them have sex, do their thing. So, yeah, disgusting.
What is wrong with people?
I know, right? It's oh my God, it's just unfathomable to some people, right? It's hard to understand how you could look at your own child and decide that that's something that you want to do, or you know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. So any child, I guess, not even just your own, any child that you can look into. I mean, especially a young child like that, their innocence just beams out of them. You know what I mean? You look at them and you're just like, it's horrible. It's horrible. So, and I am definitely one that understands the side of this daughter that we're going to listen to. So, yeah, here we go. A little bit of a trigger warning, you guys. I'm not too sure how harsh this gets, but we'll make it through. So here we go.
And clearly she still doesn't take accountability, because before the other person was involved, it started with just my mom. You know, this is something that affects me the rest of my life. I have a disconnect from my emotions because of it. And the least that you could do is take accountability and serve the rest of your time. You know what you did. Regardless, you kind of try to put it on other people. You know what you did, and you need to take accountability, and you need to do some internal healing. I don't really have much to say because I'm pretty confident in the system that they're going to see that you're not fit to come back to this community.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say.
I just want to indicate that right now her end of sentence is May 1st, and she does have 10 years of supervision. And based on the records that were available to us, it looks like these crimes were perpetrated over a 4-year period of time. So thank you for your input.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is all that I have for this case.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, Ms. Ortega, give us a few minutes. We're going to discuss your case. Mr. Sazowski?
Yeah, so Ms. Ortega continues to deny the offenses.
Oh, thank you.
And when asked about what she learned from the programs and how she's changed, she wasn't really able to provide anything to me that would make me feel that she's made any change. And the nature and circumstances of this are very concerning to all of us as we read through these documents. And as we heard from the victim, the injury and the impact is going to be lifelong. So for those reasons, I cannot support today.
And, you know, for me, we're looking at good behavior. We're looking at programs completed. She's not able to articulate what she got out of the programs. And there's just a persistence on her part of denying the crime for which she was convicted. So
I added inadequate. So
okay, yeah, and I would say inadequate release plan. Just to note, for Ms. Ortega's purposes, the parole officer has reached out 4 times to your proposed sponsor, who has failed to reply. So if this is somebody you actually talk to every day, you should ask about that. So as far as conditions for her parole supervision, I have no alcohol, and that's per the judge. Problem sexual behavior treatment in the community, no contact with minors, no contact with victim JD, halfway house placement, mental health evaluation and treatment as deemed necessary, and no contact with co-defendants Stephen D. Morrow or Stephanie DeMorrow. The person goes by both names.
I think I see another first name on here of Tiffany.
Yeah, that's what I said, Stephen or Tiffany.
Okay, and then can we just go over the conditions, the reasons for denial against, I have them correct?
Okay, I'll do that when I make the motion. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So in the matter of Elisa Ortega, inmate number 402931, there's a motion to deny parole for the following reasons: the nature and circumstances of your crimes, the injury and impact caused to the victim, inadequate evidence of offender change, and an inadequate release plan. I further move to set the following conditions for your 10 years of special parole supervision. You are not to consume any alcohol. You're to engage in problem sexual behavior treatment in the community. You are to have no contact with minors. Halfway house placement if needed, mental health evaluation and treatment is deemed necessary, no contact with the victim, initials JB, and no contact with your co-defendant, Stephen or Tiffany D. Morrow. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
This concludes the hearing for Lisa Ortega in May 402-9.
Wow.
Ms. Ortega, you're all set. You'll get this in writing in the next couple of days, probably sometime by the end of next week.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do I have to go to halfway house at the end of my sentence?
If you don't have a sponsor at that time, parole will place you in a halfway house pending you providing a sponsor. So if they're able to get in contact with your husband, their residence, you'll be able to go there. If not, you'll have to provide an alternative, or you will be put to the halfway house.
All right, so you just have to get a hold of my husband?
He
Yeah.
needs to reply to the parole officer who's already been doing outreach.
Okay, all right, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, I have been trying to look to see if I can find something on sentencings for her. I haven't found anything yet. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Every news article that I bring up is from like 2014, and I don't believe that she even had been through trial yet. Oh, no. Okay, the victim, in 2014, the victim was 23. This abuse occurred between 1998 and 2001. She was between 8 and 10 years old. She came to police 4 years ago, prompting an investigation that led their arrest last month in 2014. So I'm sorry, people that have been asking how long she's been sentenced. I can't find it. So if anybody else can or has, then put it in the chat again, please, if you did. Because I'm just, I don't know why I can't find anything that says how long she was sentenced. So I look at Hartford Courton newspaper. Okay, I have the New Haven Register. What's this? NBC CT and Google. So, but I will update. I will do. I should have done that before, but I will do some more research on this, and I will update it in the description section. It's there. So that said, at that point, she only had 6 months left. Oh my God, in her sentence. Okay. Wow. Different. So, all right, let's finish this one off, and then we'll all go jump over onto the other channel to talk a little shit for a little while. So, what's her name? Her name is Elisa, I think. Elisa Ortega. ELISA ORTEGA. Elisa Ortega. I think that's probably how you say it. So, here, maybe this. Oh, Elisa Ortega. Inmate. Oh, this is on Truth Finder. So, that just costs money. They just want money. So, but anyways, if anybody has figured out, I guess, over what? No way. Teresa, no. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, everyone, for subbing up. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is amazing.
What happened? What happened?
She just said that we're over 500 subs over here already.
Oh wow, are you serious?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? That's crazy.
You guys, thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Your browser isn't updated.
Wow, we'll have to make sure that we tell Clue thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Napa Valley
just
Girl,
makes
this
me-
happened in Connecticut. Sorry, sweetheart, I think I cut you off.
It just means the world to me. I wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
The love that we've gotten from all the bigger channels, has just been.
It has.
And even the people, the feedback that we've gotten the last 6 months has been
Yes.
Amazing. I
Yes.
mean, I everywhere I go, I- every day somebody brings up how much they love us together, and you know, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel
Yeah,
good
of
for us.
course. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Um,
I love watching the channel grow too. It's been a great ride.
it absolutely has. It absolutely has. Call me Kate. I appreciate that. You guys can hang out in my bushes anytime. Anytime. Some people have open panels. I have open bushes. So,
Thank
Oh, thank you, Holly. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. She says, you
you.
both make a great team. So, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Clue,
Awesome.
Clue said. I don't know if you know that, but Clue said that about us too.
Oh, that's so
She
sweet.
um she says that she does watch us. Um, so and
Oh,
she
that's so
she gets a
sweet.
kick out of us.
Awesome. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Autumn, for all that information. Amazing. At least our
Oh, mm,
43 of 30 Chester Street was charged by warrant Tuesday. This is old, of course, so keep that in mind. With 3 counts of employing a minor into obscene performance, 3 counts of first degree SA, 9 counts of fourth degree SA, 12 counts of risk of injury to a minor by sexual contact, 3 counts of risk of impairing the morals of a child, and several conspiracy counts. Mm-mm-mm. I honestly think that she should probably never get out of prison, in my opinion. But yeah. Mm. She's probably watching us now. Hey, Cleo and Cletus. Hello, if you are. Thank you so much, you guys. That was so sweet that you sent everybody over here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Impairing the morals of a child. Yeah, that's an interesting charge, right? Yes, it is actually. If you think about it, sometimes victims do grow up to be the perpetrators. So I think that that's sort of along the lines of where that charge probably came from. So my goodness. Yes, Jilly's marking you are an artificial person. Oh my goodness, my goodness. All right, let's finish this one out. We only got just a few minutes left here, and then we'll head over. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. It is so appreciated. So appreciated. So here we go.
And I'll tell you, she jumped out of that chair real quick for a 55-year-old supposedly suffering all those physical ailments. Hopped right out of it. Hey, I'd be happy if I could hop out of my chair like that on any given day. Her daughter comes in and really just leaves a very succinct mic drop, something very powerful. She just wants to see if her mother would take accountability. And as you saw, looking at this roach, there is no soul, there is no conscience, there is nothing. You know what you did. And we find out that she was doing it to her daughter before this other man even came into the picture. Now, it's not clear exactly. I'll read to you the article written in 2014. And let's keep in mind, so the dates that this was occurring are from 1998 and 2001. And her daughter bravely came up, and told the police. And it wasn't until
Thank you.
all those years later that she was finally arrested. And it took many years, by the way, for them to do that. So let me read.
Thank you. UA said she sent all of the updates to Mike's account. I will check them out, and we
awesome.
can definitely look over them on another night, maybe. That'd be great. We can do an update or a part 2, or you know what I mean. So, hey, Glory, how are you? So, all right. Okay, so it's I think it's just Madu talking, putting in his opinion and stuff like that at the end here. So I think we're good with this one. My gosh, horrible, horrible, horrible. So, did you mean to wrench Sama? I thought you said you did out loud, but it did not go. I'm not too sure if it was Sama or not, but yes, Sama definitely should have a wrench. Always, always. There you go, Selma. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. All right. Well, you guys, honestly, thank you so much for hanging out. I know this is just a real quick one. It's just kind of an intro, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
We'll say
Yeah,
intro.
we didn't expect anybody to be here. We were just gonna come and hang out and just kind of go through it and just get our
Yeah,
feet
that's
wet.
true. Yeah, that's very true. And then I was like, oh my God, there's so many people. Oh, hey everyone. Hi, how are
Hey,
you? So
like hey,
yeah, it
hi.
was
But
great.
if you guys want to follow us over to our other channel, we're gonna go live for just a little bit and kind of give everyone a little late night hangout. And if you guys want to come over and chill out, and we'll talk a little shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Truth hurts. Clue ratted you out. How dare you hide from us? Too funny.
Well, I
Too funny.
wasn't going to announce it. I didn't, want to drop it in Discord, and I didn't want to announce it in her channel because I think that's just rude when people do that.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm just getting back
Can
to
we
this.
redirect there? Oh no, I guess we can't. No, well, I guess we'll just pop
No.
it over there, and everyone knows where it's at.
Yeah, I actually don't even know how to redirect, so I will definitely figure all that out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zena, for sharing the link. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys, let's go on over. I will just give me 10 minutes,
Okay.
and I can start a new one over there, and we'll go over there and we'll talk some late night bullshit. So that'll be great.
Alrighty.
Um,
Do I
yeah.
do I need to wait for a new link, or do I just?
I'll check. I'll check because
I
there's
mean, it
this
should.
is a the way that this program, this streaming program works is that you have studios. So
Okay.
this is like the true crime studio, and the other one is of course the talk shit studio. So I think they
Okay.
might have different links. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll
Okay. Well,
figure
you
it.
guys, we can't like put you into a million pieces and transport you through the interwebs. Like I'm
Right.
Willy Wonka, so we're gonna have to depend on your own footsies to get you over to the chat.
That's
So
right. Exactly. Yes. I don't have
no,
anything.
we're not responsible for transportation. We're not your Uber driver tonight.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good night, Truth Hurts. I thank you so much for being over here. I appreciate you, darling. Taking another wrench over here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So,
Thank you guys so much. So
yes, it's
y'all
close
can
enough that
walk,
you can walk. That's right. That's right. So,
and we'll see you guys over there.
yes. All right. This is going to end pretty darn quick. So, I will see you guys. I have no outro or anything like that for this channel yet. So, I will see you. Thank you, Rowena. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Roro. Buckle
Yeah.
up, bitches. Here we go.
Yeah, that's right. So, all right. We'll see you over on the main channel, you guys. We'll see you soon. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming over here. Appreciate it. See you there.